From Outside the Beltway, I'm John Fredericks, and I am your blowtorch of free speech in America. Joining us now, without further ado, the one and only Dr. Peter McCullough. He's been right about everything right down the line. Unbelievable. Dr. McCullough, always an honor to have you on, sir. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
Dr. McCullough, I'm going to start out with the bird flu, and also we got a measles outbreak in Texas. One young fellow died, one young child died from it, and of course now all the vax mongers are saying, see, RFK doesn't want to vax, kids are dying, so we got to address that. Also, let me just start off by saying I just got your Contagion Kit, right? I just got that the other day. So my wife Ann I've been traveling. She's in Pittsburgh. She's been sick. Like, she gets sick, she gets over it, she gets sick again. It's all the flu. It's not COVID, just the flu. She can't seem to shake it. Contagion Kit comes, hydroxychloroquine, ivermectin, Z-Pack. Boom, she takes it, 2 days, fine. This is like the greatest thing.
Wow.
2 days. She has been sick for weeks.
That's great to hear. No, that's great to hear. And, there's been a particularly bad seasonal flu season this year, partly because of increased testing. We now have home flu testing, so that's ramping up the number of discovered cases, but also the fact that through the pandemic, probably COVID-19 illness and the vaccines have weakened population immunity to viral infections. John, there's multiple papers that suggest that. So I'm so glad she's better, and the Contagion Kits are broadly applicable for sure.
There's no doubt about it. I mean, it is what you guys have done. I mean, think about it. You get the flu, you got to go to the doctor, you got to wait online, or, you make an appointment, days go by, or like she didn't do anything, right? Days went by, she got sick, then she got a little better, then she got sick again. And this thing's going around. Everybody knows is sick. Well, that thing came, what's today? Monday, right? That thing came on Friday. By Sunday, she's fine because she took what was in there prescribed. She just took it. I mean, it's done. This is the beauty of this thing, and we're going to get to this in a minute. But in the meantime, I want to talk about the bird flu. How bad is this thing? We just had somebody's cat died from it. I don't, I've got my cat Sammy. I don't want him to get the bird flu. I don't want to lose my cat.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then people are getting sick over it. How bad is this thing?
John, you've mentioned many times that I've batted 1,000 and being correct. And I do have to level with your audience. I think bird flu has taken a turn for the worse. And for years, it was a pretty mild illness in adults, just a pink eye, conjunctivitis, very mild for the birds and cattle. Things have changed. There's now a mutation called D1.1. It looks very serious. A girl in British Columbia got put on life support for this and thankfully survived. A man in Louisiana died. He was over 65. Now a toddler in Cambodia just died, not of this variant, it looks like, but from another genetic process called reassortment. What's happened is our government response of killing healthy birds has left virgin population after virgin population exposed to the virus and given too long a period of time. And now the virus has mutated and taken a turn for the worse. We've heard about large bird population deaths now in Wisconsin, Indiana, and New York. These are waterfowl. It looks like the new mutation can go down in the lungs and cause serious disease in mammals. It's over 40 different species of mammals, including domestic dogs and cats, that can get bird flu. So I'm worried, and our government needs to step up big time and start providing protection to the U.S. population.
What do we do?
I think the best thing to do, John, is to outfit anybody at risk, our 150,000 direct poultry and dairy workers for sure, with iodine-based nasal sprays and gargles for sure. And everybody should do this twice a day, whether they feel sick or not. And then for the highest risk, they should have emergency kits, contagion kits. We know that the drugs, just like in your wife, John, when started on day one, are very effective. In a paper by Garg and colleagues in New England Journal of Medicine, all the cases of bird flu survived because they started Tamiflu on day one. Tamiflu doesn't work very well when it started 5 days into it. So we have to have pre-prescribed emergency kits in the hands of those at risk.
Dr. McCullough, and you have been right about this stuff, and it has taken a turn for the worst. And now it could be affecting, not only yourself, but your pets, because we had that report of a cat died, and everybody knows I love my tabby cat Sammy. I don't want anything to happen to him, and so we had. I told Ann to get this checked out, but this thing worked immediately. But the Contagion Kit is now critical for your health and your well-being. And let me just go right to that, Tyler, and then we'll get back to the measles, so I don't run out of time, because this is how critical it is. You just want to go to twc.health/Godzilla, twc.health/Godzilla. You can get your Contagion Kit right there. Promo code Godzilla, 10% off. Now, you do have to have an online visit with a doctor, because these are prescribed drugs: hydroxychloroquine, ivermectin, Z-Pak, the nasal spray that Dr. McCullough talked about. But you want to get this now. This is like ASAP. You want to be sure you have it, so that if you get sick, you're not waiting 3 days, then you're ordering it for it to come. Just go to twc.health/Godzilla, promo code Godzilla, 10% off. Okay, measles outbreak. The Democrats immediately, a child dies, they have to place blame. They're blaming it on RFK Jr. Because this particular family did not believe in the measles vax. Dr. McCullough, what say you?
Yeah, measles deaths shouldn't occur in the United States with modern medical care. So the first thing to ask is, what type of care did this child get? Did they get the adequate supportive care? The number of breathing treatments needed? What did they ultimately die of? Was it measles pneumonitis, which should have been treatable? The child should have been saved, or measles encephalitis? Instead, we're given no details, and people jump to vaccination. Remember, vaccines are not treatment. They don't make people get better, and vaccines are not completely effective. And in this outbreak, the majority are unvaccinated, but some have taken the measles vaccine and they still get it. It's by and large a mild illness, but boy, our reporters ought to be talking to the doctors treating measles patients and the family members of measles patients to get a sense of how severe it is.
Let's get to, okay, so should you be getting the measles vax?
Yeah, I think it's a personal choice. When I was a kid and I was born, I got the single measles shot like you did. There's increasing concern, John, that when all the vaccines are piled together and given together, there's issues with what's called compound safety. That is, everything given together and then having a side effect because of that multiplier effect. So I think it's personal choice. Many religious groups, in this case, Mennonites, Amish, Quakers, and others, they decide on a natural approach with no vaccines. And so, they will endure measles outbreaks. We have them every year. They're limited. I'm suspicious this child who died in West Texas may not have been treated to the highest level he or she should have.
I want to go to back to the Wuhan lab. We understand there now might be another. I can't even get my arms around it. Now there might be another COVID virus out there that actually came from a bat that I'm hearing. What is there any truth at all to that rumor?
There is. Peter Daszak at the EcoHealth Alliance, who testified multiple times in front of the House Select Subcommittee on the origins of the coronavirus, who's now debarred from participating in federal programs, he says he has thousands of samples in that lab. So the Chinese control samples of dangerous viruses. In this case, it's called a Merkava virus. And yes, Wuhan could be yet another epicenter for a worldwide pandemic.
It's just unbelievable. Can we do anything about this? How do we contain it? Are we still giving them money?
I hope not. When I appeared on Fox News with Brad Wenstrup, who chairs the subcommittee, he signed off on their final report. He told me that China was a closed door, that was nothing we could do about that lab. We can't investigate it. In fact, Wenstrup said, well, if somebody does, they're going to die. Well, come on, John. The United States has relations with China. We've funded these programs. Peter Daszak has taken programs now to other Southeast Asia countries because he's investigating bat viruses. We should get a grip on this and an inventory and we should start to safeguard the world from another pandemic.
It's unbelievable. I mean, there's nobody can doubt the flu epidemic that's going on is incredible. Now, I've not been sick. I take a lot of your stuff, but I've not been sick. But everybody in my family has. All my friends have. I mean, Christine Bowserman, my political director, who you know, has been sick like Ant 3 times. She gets sick, she gets over it, she gets sick, she gets over it. I mean, it's just going around. Half the parents on my baseball team are sick. My son's baseball team. What is driving this?
Well, first off, John, the current flu vaccine looks like it's a total bust. It doesn't work. It's obvious. If the influenza virus worked, people wouldn't be getting flu to this degree. And again, I'm suspicious that population immunity may have been weakened. I'm personally doing nasal sprays and gargles twice a day, John. So is my wife. We've been free of illness. Remember, I came on your show a lot. I was sick a lot through the pandemic. I really think people need to get good oral nasal hygiene going twice a day.
Well, you get that in your Contagion Kit again. So many people sick. This is like the #1 thing you need to get in your family. I mean, I just saw the result of it with Ann, like immediately as soon as it came. So just go to twc.health/Godzilla, twc.health/Godzilla. You want to get your Contagion Kit there. It's got everything in it to stop these viruses right in their tracks. Promo code Godzilla, get another 10% off. Dr. Peter McCullough, thank you. Thank you for that update. Thank you for the truth. And now I'm concerned about the bird flu. I'm concerned about my cat. So I got to keep him and I got to keep him inside. Thanks for being with us, Doc. Thank you. All right.